me personally, the banking industry, the securities industry, the regulations are highly developed, highly mature, and they are highly similar across countries. I know there are differences. This is probably a novice person looking at the problem in a very simplistic way. Whereas for crypto regulations, it's different, very different in every country right now. To be honest, well, Binance has 22, 23 licenses all around the world, but the majority of countries don't have licensing regimes today in the world. And we also see US is progressing very quickly, but it's in progress, right? So the market structure, the Clarity Bill, the market structure bill, the Genius was passed last year, so that was 6-7 months ago. So this is a in progress thing. We also see many other countries. UAE has adopted fairly forward regulations. Bahrain, Pakistan, Kenya. We're glad to be in the consultation process together with them, so that they at least talk to industry players. I'm a personal advisor to some of these governments, even though I'm not a regulation expert, but I just tell them from a market player perspective. Also, in this process, there's some key differences in countries' policies, especially when it comes to capital controls. Many countries, when you take money out of the country, they have a limit. Above that limit, that becomes money laundering or basically illegal, however you call it. US doesn't have this issue. It doesn't have this control. Taxes are very different in every country. So this kind of affects financial regulations, because especially if you buy Bitcoin, price goes up, do you pay tax or not on the unrealized gain or realized gain or whatever, right? So we think that obviously more clarity, more consistency will be much better. But I don't think a global regulator will work. It's possible at this moment. Different countries have different priorities, different agendas, different considerations. So a global regulator will be quite difficult. We would love to see it, especially if that global regulator can put in a positive regulatory framework that's relatively pro-innovation, and that will make the industry players' job a lot easier. But to be honest, logically, it should be like that, right? Because crypto is the same in every country. It doesn't change country to country. So there should be an optimum framework that we should be able to put in. So I'm actually spending a lot of my time trying to figure out what that is and how to work with different countries.
That's great to hear. I agree. Right now is probably not the time to launch a new global international organization, a new global regulatory framework. That's a big uphill battle. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't start thinking about what it would look like if the opportunity does arrive, especially if we have some sort of crisis, some sort of major financial meltdown. Yeah. We might want to have some ideas and plans ready to go to put something in place.
What might be easier is regulatory passporting. Once you get a license in one country, a number of other countries recognize that, and that just requires the regulators in different countries to have some kind of agreement. We've seen some discussions of that already. I think that step most likely will happen first. Making a new regulatory body or even a forum is making a global organization. It's very hard to push down to the execution levels, and it takes time. Yeah.
点赞关注哦。